Every year, people vanish. Not by accident, not by force, by choice. They plan it carefully. They execute it quietly. And then they watch as the world mourns someone who is still breathing. This is what it actually feels like to fake your own death, level by level. You had a life, not a perfect one, but yours. A name people recognized, a face people trusted, a routine that felt permanent, even when everything around it was quietly falling apart. You didn't start out planning this. No one does. It started with pressure, then more pressure, then a wall. And one day, standing in front of that wall, you had a thought you couldn't unthink. What if I just disappeared? Level 1. The idea doesn't arrive all at once. It creeps in, first as a fantasy, then as a question, then as a plan. The weight you're carrying has become impossible. Debt that multiplied faster than you could manage. People you owe. Consequences you can't outrun. A life that feels like it's closing in from every direction. You've tried everything else. Or at least, that's what you tell yourself. And then one night, somewhere between exhaustion and desperation, you make the decision. Not with certainty, not with courage, with fear. Pure, quiet, suffocating fear. You tell yourself it's temporary, that you'll figure it out on the other side, that the people you leave behind will eventually understand. You know that's not true, but you tell yourself anyway, because the alternative is staying, and staying feels impossible. Level 2. You plan it like a project, quietly, carefully. Every detail matters. A body of water works best. No body to find. No conclusive evidence. Just absence. You leave your car near the water's edge. Keys inside. Maybe a note. Something that sounds like goodbye, without saying too much. Then you walk away. And the strangest part is how ordinary it feels. You're not running. You're not panicking. You're just walking. Away from your name. Away from your face. Away from everything that ever connected you to the person the world is about to bury. Within hours, someone reports you missing. By morning, it's real. Search teams, questions, concerned voices on the other end of phones that you no longer carry. And somewhere in a city you've already left, the people who love you are starting to understand that you might not be coming back. Level 3. You move fast. Cash only. No cards. No phone registered to your name. No digital trail. You already know every day it gets harder to disappear. Facial recognition. Cell phone tracking. Data points multiplying. So you stay off cameras. You pay for everything in person. You don't use your real name for anything. You've become a ghost. Not the dramatic kind. The quiet kind. The kind that sits in a bus station at 2 a.m., eating food they paid for with crumpled cash, watching strangers live their lives, while yours is being reported on the evening news. The adrenaline keeps you moving. For now, you find a room, something cheap, something that doesn't ask questions. You lie on the bed in the dark, and for a moment, the relief is real. The weight is gone. The calls have stopped. The pressure has stopped. You close your eyes, and for the first time in a long time, you sleep. Level 4. This is the level nobody prepares for. A few days pass, and something pulls you. You find an old computer, a public terminal. You search your own name, and there it is. Your face on a missing persons report. Then a news article. Then a post from someone who knew you, asking if anyone has heard anything, saying they can't believe it, saying they're praying. You scroll further. Your mother posted something. You read it once, then again, then you stop, because there are no words for what it feels like to read your own eulogy, written by someone who is still waiting for you to come home. Your friends are sharing memories, photos you forgot existed, versions of yourself from years ago, laughing in rooms you'll never sit in again. Someone organizes a vigil. You find out through a post. You can't go. You watch the photos upload in real time. Candles, tears, your name on a sign, held by someone who loved you. And in that moment, the fantasy dies. Because this was never about escaping your problems. This was about escaping your life. And your life had people in it. People who are now grieving because of a choice you made, alone, in the dark. Level 5.
The adrenaline is gone now. What's left is just life. A smaller life. A quieter one. You find work that pays cash. You rent a room under a name that isn't yours. You build a routine out of nothing. And you realize something nobody tells you about disappearing. It doesn't just remove the bad parts of your life. It removes all of it. The morning calls, the familiar faces, the people who knew you without needing an explanation, gone. You can't make real friends now, because real friends ask questions, and questions need answers, and answers become lies, and lies pile up, until you can't remember what you told who, until every relationship feels like a performance you're exhausted by. So you stop trying. You go to work. You come home. You eat alone. You sleep. You wake up. And you do it again. Weeks pass like this, then months. You celebrate your birthday alone, not because no one cares, but because no one knows.
Level 6.
It starts with small things. A song that used to mean something. A smell that takes you somewhere you can't go back to. A face in a crowd that looks like someone you used to know. And before you can stop it, the grief arrives. Not for yourself, for them. Your mother, who lit a candle and never blew it out. Your brother, who stopped sleeping the week you disappeared. Your friends, who still check the missing persons page, even when they've stopped believing. You did this to them. Not the debt, not the pressure, not the wall you felt backed against. You. You made a choice in the dark that lit their world on fire. And the hardest part is that you're still here, still breathing, still existing, while they carry the weight of losing you, a weight you gave them on purpose. You think about going back, more than once, more than you'd admit, but you already know what going back means. Fraud charges, criminal investigations, the very thing you ran from, waiting for you on the other side of the truth. So you stay, and you carry it, quietly, every single day.
Level 7.
Time passes. Enough of it that the missing persons reports get filed away. Enough of it that your name stops appearing in searches. Enough of it that the people who loved you begin the slow, painful process of accepting that you're gone. And you watch it happen. From a distance, through screens, through guest accounts, through the kind of silence that only exists when someone has finally stopped waiting. Your mother moves the photo of you from the living room to somewhere quieter. Your friends stop posting on your birthday. The world lets you go. And you realize this is what you wanted. This is exactly what you planned. To disappear so completely that no one comes looking anymore. You got what you asked for, and it feels like nothing you expected. Because the version of you that wanted this thought disappearing would feel like freedom. But freedom doesn't feel like this. It feels like standing in a room with no doors, alive but unreachable, present but invisible, existing but not living. You are no longer who you were, but you never became who you thought you'd be. You are simply the person in between, and that person has no name, no past, no way back. Every year, people make this choice. Some are found, some are caught. Some spend years in hiding before the wait becomes too much and they walk into a police station and say the words that end the performance. And some never come back at all. They grow old in cities that don't know their name, carrying a life that was never supposed to be permanent, as if it always was. If you want to keep going deeper, into the hidden levels, the classified lives, the systems most people never see, you know what to do. The next level is already waiting.